All right, fabulous fourth graders. Today we get to start super exciting division. This is one of my most favorite things we learned in fourth grade. We're gonna remember the steps of division through dead monkeys smell bad. And you might be thinking, well, what the heck is Ms. Students talking about? Dead monkeys, what does that have to do with math? But it's just gonna remind us of our steps. Dead stands for divide, monkey stands for multiply, smell stands for subtract, and bad stands for bring over. And I'll show you what that means in just a second, but we just have to remember dead monkeys smell bad. All right, so we're gonna get started with 846 divided by 5. That is not a math fact that I know, so we're gonna break it out a little bit to make our lives easier. We're gonna use this place value chart because I've said it before and I'll say it again. We really have to keep our math organized. So we have a hundreds place, a tens place, and a ones place. In this number, we have 8 hundreds, 4 tens, and 6 ones. We're dividing by 5, so we're going to write that here on the side. So coming back to dead monkeys smell bad, now that our problem is set up, we need to divide 5 and 8. 8 divided by 5. How many times can 5 fit into 8? You might skip count to yourself. You might think of groups, but we can only skip count one time. 8 divided by 5 is 1 with some remainders, but we're not worried about the remainders yet. So we divided. 8 divided by 5 makes 1. Now we need to multiply. 5 times the number you just wrote. So 5 times 1 is 5. Dead monkeys smell. We're going to subtract. 8 take away 5 is 3. And now we need to bring over this number to the next place value spot. This really is telling us that we have 3 hundreds left, which is not enough to make another group of 5. So we're going to move those over to the tens. Now we have 34 tens. Once we've done our last step, we go back to the top, back to the dead monkeys. So divide. 34 divided by 5. Or how many times does 5 fit into 34? I'm going to skip count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 6 times. I can't go more or it would overflow, and we don't want to overflow. So 6. Now we need to multiply. 6 times 5 makes 30. Time to subtract. 4 take away 0 is 4. 3 minus 3 is 0. If I have 4 tens left, that's not enough to make another group of 5. So we are going to bring over that 4, making 46. And we start our steps again. Let's divide. 46 divided by 5. I know that 9 times 5 is 45, which is as close as I can get with 5s. So 46 divided by 5 is 9. Now it's time for me to multiply. 9 times 5 is 45. Gotta subtract because those dead monkeys are smelly. I get 1. And bring over. But there's not another place value for me to bring this 1 over to. If I have 1 left over, do I have enough to make another group of 5? If I have 1 cupcake, can I give cupcakes evenly to 5 friends? So this becomes our remainder. This leftover little bit, not enough to make a whole other group of 5. So up here is where we find our answer, and any leftover bits becomes our remainder. So we know that this is going to be equal to 169, remainder 1. Remember, our remainder's down here, and our answer comes from here at the top of our box. Whew, that was a lot of math. Let's do another one. We're going to follow those same steps. Dead monkeys smell bad. To solve the problem, 928 divided by 4. And what is it going to equal? So let's set ourselves up a place value box. My goodness. This is a 3-digit number. We need a hundreds place, a tens place, and a ones place. We're dividing by 4. That number goes here on the side, kind of like an area model. We have 9 hundreds, 2 tens, and 8 ones. All right, it's time to smell those dead monkeys. Dead, divide. 9 divided by 4. Another way to think about it is how many times does 4 fit into 9? 4, 8 if you're using your skip counts. 2 times. You can draw a picture for these small divisions, if you need to, or you can use your skip counts. Now it's time to multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. Dead monkey smell, time to subtract and bring it over. If I have 100 left, that's the same as 10 ones. So now we have not 10 ones, 10 tens. So now we have 12 tens. Back to the top. 12 divided by 4. That's a math fact I know. I know that 4 times 3 makes 12, so I can use my math fact knowledge to remember that 12 divided by 4 is 3. Multiply. 3 times 4 makes 12. Let's subtract. Nothing. We have no tens to move over to the ones place. So I don't need to rewrite this 0. I'll just know that I have no more tens to bring over. Back to the top. 8 divided by 4. Maybe you don't know that math fact. Maybe you need to draw a quick picture. Maybe you want to use your skip counts. 4, 8. Fits 2 times. Let's multiply. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract 0. And there's no more place values for me to bring over. I'm done solving. Remember that your answer is going to be found along the top of your place value chart. And if we had any remainders we don't here, your remainder would be found down here. So our answer is 232, remainder 0. If you don't have a remainder, you don't always have to write this, but just so we remember where the remainder would come from, we're going to write it. Fabulous 4th graders, great work. Watch this video 1 or 2 more times if you're still stuck. Check out the example problem. I can't wait to see the awesome math you're about to do.